Have you ever hugged an older loved one and noticed a faint scent that's hard to describe? It's not body odor, not perfume, but something subtle and lingering. Maybe you've sensed it in your parents, grandparents, or even in yourself as the years go by. It's one of those things no one really talks about, but almost everyone has experienced. And while it might be uncomfortable to bring up, ignoring it only makes it harder to understand and even harder to address. This scent doesn't mean someone is unclean or neglecting hygiene. In fact, the truth behind it is far more complex and much more human. It's a natural part of aging, something our bodies develop over time. And once you understand the reason behind it, it becomes something we can manage with care, not embarrassment. In today's video, we're going to dive into the real reason why this age-related scent happens. More importantly, I'll share with you some simple, science-backed ways to deal with it, without relying on heavy perfumes or chemical sprays. Whether you're experiencing this yourself or caring for someone who is, this conversation matters. Because aging with dignity means understanding our bodies, not hiding from them. So let's talk about it, with empathy, with honesty, and with the goal of helping each other live fully and confidently at any age. Why do older adults have a unique smell? The truth no one talks about. Most people assume that body odor in older adults comes from not showering enough or skipping hygiene routines, but that's not really the case. In fact, many seniors are just as clean, if not more meticulous, than younger folks. So if it's not poor hygiene, what causes that specific scent we sometimes associate with aging? The answer lies in a natural compound called nonanal. It sounds like something out of a chemistry book, but it's actually produced right on our skin. As we age, the oils and fatty acids on our skin go through a process called oxidation. That's just a fancy way of saying the oils react with oxygen in the air. When that happens, they produce nonanal. And that's what gives off that grassy, slightly waxy, sometimes musty scent that can linger even after a shower. Here's the thing. Nonanal doesn't just appear out of nowhere. There are a few changes in our bodies that make it more noticeable as we get older. First, our skin gets drier. Younger skin tends to produce more natural oils, which helps wash away buildup when we bathe. But older skin, it's thinner and holds onto those oxidized oils longer. Second, we sweat less. That might sound like a good thing, but sweating actually helps flush out toxins. Without that release, more compounds stay trapped on the skin. And third, saliva production slows down too, which affects not just breath, but the bacteria in and around the mouth, contributing to an overall shift in scent. Put simply, it's not about being dirty. It's about how the body changes with age, quietly, gradually, and in ways we don't always notice until they affect how we feel around others. But the good news is, once we understand what's really going on, we can take some simple steps to feel fresh and confident again. And that's exactly where we're headed next. The Triple S method, a simple routine that makes a big difference. Now that we know what's behind the aging scent, let's talk about what we can actually do about it. And no, it doesn't involve buying expensive products or dousing yourself in perfume. In fact, the most effective approach is something I call the Triple S method. It stands for skin folds, scalp, and sweaty spots. These are the three areas that often hold on to scent, and once you start paying attention to them, you'll notice a real difference. Let's start with the first S, skin folds. These are the hidden corners of the body that don't always get the attention they need. Under the arms, behind the knees, under the breasts, around the neck, and in the groin area. These spots tend to be warm and sometimes a little damp, which makes them perfect environments for bacteria to grow and odors to build up. When you're in the shower, take a moment to gently clean these areas. You don't need to scrub hard. In fact, being too rough can damage aging skin. A soft cloth, warm water, and a mild cleanser are all you need. The second S is scalp. A lot of people think rinsing their hair with water is enough, but it's not. The scalp produces oils, holds on to sweat, and traps odor more than we realize. If you're just running your hands through your hair and calling it a day, chances are that buildup is staying put. Instead, take a few extra moments to massage your scalp gently with your fingertips. Small circular motions work best, and a fragrance-free or lightly scented shampoo will help lift away those stubborn oils. And finally, the third S, sweaty spots. The most common culprits? Your feet and hands, especially between the toes and the palms. Feet spend most of the day in socks or shoes, creating the perfect environment for moisture and odor to develop. And while we wash our hands frequently, the palms still deserve a good scrub in the shower. These areas are packed with sweat glands, and even a quick clean can go a long way in keeping you feeling fresh. The Triple S method isn't complicated, but it works. It's about being intentional with your care, especially as your body changes. And more than that, it's a way of saying, I'm still worth the time. I still matter, and I deserve to feel good in my own skin. Up next, we'll go beyond the bathroom and look at how everyday habits, from the water you drink to the way you get your sunlight, can help keep your body and your confidence in balance. Daily habits that help you smell, fresh from the inside out. Bathing is essential, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. The truth is, how we live each day, what we eat, how we move, even how we breathe, plays a powerful role in how our body smells. Think of your body as a system. When one part is out of balance, it shows up in subtle ways, including through your skin. But the good news? Small lifestyle changes can bring that balance back and make you feel more refreshed, more energized, and more confident. Let's start with something simple. Drinking water. Not soda, not coffee, not tea, just plain water. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally decreases. We might not feel dehydrated, but our body still needs hydration to function well. Water helps flush toxins, keeps your organs working efficiently, and yes, it even affects body odor. When you're well hydrated, your body doesn't have to work as hard to push waste out, and there's less buildup that can lead to unpleasant smells. If remembering to drink water is tough, try setting simple routines. A glass when you wake up, one before each meal, and one before bed. That alone can make a real difference. Next up, sunlight. A few minutes of early morning or late afternoon sun each day does wonders. Sunlight helps your skin stay healthy and reduces the bacteria that can cause odor. But more than that, it boosts your mood and supports your immune system. Of course, you should always protect your skin, especially with older, more delicate skin. But don't be afraid to step outside, breathe in the fresh air, and let your body recharge. Let's talk food now. What you eat shows up on your skin, literally. A diet rich in colorful fruits and vegetables helps your body fight inflammation and oxidative stress, two things that contribute to aging-related scent. Tomatoes, apples, spinach, strawberries. These foods are packed with antioxidants that clean you out from the inside. And here's a surprising one: garlic. While it has a strong scent raw, once it's digested, garlic actually has natural deodorizing properties that help reduce body odor. It's like nature's internal cleanser. And don't forget fiber. It keeps your gut moving and healthy, and a healthy gut means fewer toxins building up in your system. Now let's talk about something we don't always associate with scent: oral health. As we get older, saliva production drops. That leads to dry mouth. And dry mouth is the perfect environment for odor-causing bacteria. Brushing twice a day is a great start, but it's not enough. Floss daily. Use a tongue scraper. Your tongue holds more bacteria than most people realize. And if you can, chew sugar-free gum or suck on a slice of lemon to keep your mouth naturally moist throughout the day. All these things, drinking water, getting a little sun, eating clean, and caring for your mouth, work together to help your body stay in balance. And when your body's in balance, you feel better, you smell better, and you carry yourself with a quiet confidence that people notice. Up next, we're going to tackle something that's often overlooked: your environment. Because even if your body is fresh and clean, if your clothes or home aren't, that odor can still linger. Let's talk about how to fix that next. Aging with confidence. You deserve to feel good in your own skin. Let's be honest, this isn't the kind of topic people usually talk about. Most of us avoid it, even though it affects almost every family in some way. But here's the truth. Having a different scent as you age doesn't make you any less clean, any less valuable, or any less deserving of love and closeness. It's simply part of the human experience. And like so many things that come with age, once we understand it, we can manage it with grace, not shame. Everything we've talked about today, cleaning the skin more thoughtfully, drinking water, getting a little sun, eating whole foods, staying on top of oral hygiene, freshening your living space, none of it is about fixing you. It's about honoring yourself. These aren't just hygiene tips. They're acts of care, acts of love. They're quiet ways to say, I still matter. I still deserve to feel fresh, to feel proud of how I carry myself, and to be hugged without hesitation. And if you're caring for a parent, a grandparent, or an aging partner, this conversation matters even more, because how we talk about these things says a lot about how we treat the people we love. Start from a place of understanding, not judgment. Help them feel seen. Remind them gently that freshness is within reach and confidence is never out of style. Aging doesn't mean fading away. It means evolving, growing into new forms of beauty, strength, and self-awareness. And if something as small as adjusting a shower routine, drinking a few more glasses of water, or opening a window each morning can bring more dignity and comfort into your life, then why not start today? So here's my question to you. Which one of these tips will you try first? Will you go for a morning glass of warm water, take a walk in the sun, add a new fruit to your breakfast, or maybe finally wash those pillowcases you've been meaning to get to? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video spoke to you, even just a little, please pass it on. Share it with someone you love. Sometimes, the most thoughtful thing we can do is give each other the tools to feel just a little more confident, a little more comfortable, and a lot more understood. You're not alone on this journey. You're part of a community that respects aging, that talks about the hard stuff, and that believes getting older doesn't mean losing your spark. It means owning it with pride. A new kind of aging, stronger, smarter, and still glowing. Let's flip the script. For far too long, aging has been framed as a slow decline, a quiet fading into the background, fewer responsibilities, fewer adventures, fewer reasons to stand tall. But what if that entire idea was wrong? What if aging isn't about losing? What if it's about refining? Because here's the truth. If you're here, if you've lived long enough to see wrinkles form, joints slow down, and roles shift, then you've already proven something. You've survived. You've adapted. You've endured storms many people wouldn't even understand. You've watched loved ones come and go. You've built things from scratch, watched them fall, then built again. You've held families together. You've sacrificed, celebrated, stumbled, and started over. And with each passing year, you've gathered something more precious than smooth skin or endless energy. Wisdom. That's not decline. That's power. But the world doesn't always see it that way. Society tells you that your glow dims with time, that after a certain age, you should shrink yourself, dress appropriately, stay quiet, step aside. But not here, not in this space. Here we believe the glow never fades. It just softens, deepens, strengthens. So when you stand in front of the mirror and notice something different, a new line tracing your smile, silver strands in your hair, a shift in your scent, pause. And instead of asking, what's happening to me? Try asking this, what am I becoming? Because you're not disappearing, you're unfolding. You're not being left behind. You're just walking at your own pace now, wiser, more grounded, more intentional. And every small act of care, whether you're moisturizing your arms, straightening your sheets, cooking a healthy meal, or simply opening your window for fresh air, isn't about vanity. It's about sovereignty. It's about saying, I am still here, I am still me, and I am still becoming. And perhaps most powerfully, I'm not done. Not done dreaming, not done dancing, not done learning or laughing or being deeply unapologetically alive. So let the world call it aging. You can call it becoming your fullest self, because here, we don't run from age. We walk toward it, with clear eyes, steady hands, open hearts, and yes, glowing skin too. Welcome to the new kind of aging, and we're just getting started. If you've made it to this point in the video, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. These are the kinds of conversations we need more of. Quiet, honest, human, and I hope this one helped you feel a little more informed, a little more empowered, and a lot more seen. But I don't want the conversation to end here. Drop a comment below and share something simple. What tip are you most curious to try? What have you noticed in your own journey with aging? Or maybe, what's one thing you wish people understood better about getting older? Whether you're 45 or 85, whether you're watching for yourself or someone you care about, your story matters. And when we speak up, even about the small things, we help remove the shame and replace it with understanding. And hey, if you found this helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, send it to your family group chat, or even show it to your parents over a cup of tea. These conversations are sometimes hard to start, but videos like this can open the door gently and kindly. And if you want to keep learning with me about aging, wellness, confidence, or just how to feel a little better every day, hit that subscribe button. I post videos like this all the time, and I'd love to have you in this growing community of wise, kind, thoughtful people navigating life with courage and compassion. Remember, aging isn't something to hide from. It's something to grow into, proudly. See you in the next video.